Hello, I am Yogini Sunita, and this is Meditation, Yoga, and Stuff podcast. I believe my dharma or my life's purpose is to share my understanding of meditation, yoga, and Ayurveda, holistic healing science of India. I make these amazing wisdoms accessible and adaptable for present times. So let's start. Hello and welcome to the podcast. Today's topic is yoga for everyone? We are exploring inclusivity on the mat. Yoga's ancient roots are in India. When we say yoga now in this modern world, the images come in front of our eyes of people in different postures, but yoga encompasses really way more than that. Through wisdom of yoga, we can promote our physical, mental, emotional well being. So the question arises, is yoga for everyone? And the answer is yes, it is if you want it to be. So let's dwell into the concept of whether yoga truly embraces everyone and regardless of their background, body type, or abilities. The answer is yes. We need to understand that yoga is a very individual practice, can be adapted according to people's needs. Wisdom of yoga is very individual, very unique. It is acknowledged in wisdom of yoga that we are unique fingerprint of divine. At its core, yoga practice extends beyond physical postures. It connects our mind, body, spirit together. It is union. Yoga is called union. So universal essence of yoga is basically it is accessible for individuals from all walks of life. In fact, we can adapt these practices according to our needs, according to our age, according to our physical ability, according to what's happening in our life. Now, whether you're young, old, flexible, not flexible, it really doesn't matter because yoga is a pathway of self-awareness, tranquility, peace, and personal growth. The goal of yoga is moving towards enlightenment. And as a side effect of that, we gain self-awareness, tranquility, personal growth. We understand ourselves better through wisdom of yoga. We can quiet down the chatter of the mind. We can connect our body and our mind and our spirit. We can connect with our true self. We can connect with our breath. And this is the beauty of yoga. There are so many ways yoga can touch our life. I have been teaching people from many walks of life, people from different religious backgrounds, people with different physical ability, people with any mental health issues and physical issues, and it is still works. So here is the beauty of yoga. It is very adaptable according to our needs. The modifications are possible. If you physically need any support, it is possible to use chair or blocks or wall, whatever is available, we can use that. We can also do whole practices sitting on chair, you can do it or lying down. My yoga teacher used to say that if you can breathe, you can do yoga. In wisdom of yoga, acceptance is the first key. What happens when we accept that we understand that physically this is where we are and we can start from there. We can create safe environment to explore what's happening in the body. So this is where exploring yourself on the mat, noticing what really works for you. Are you comfortable in all movements? How is your breath? Because our breath is the key. Our breath gives us clear indication if the pose is comfortable. When we keep awareness towards our breath in the practices, we understand that what's happening in our system. The physical movements of yoga called asana can be moving meditation if we allow it to be. Now, we know yoga, when we say yoga, usually really flexible bodies in different poses comes in front of many people's eyes. But contrary to that, yoga is very deep, very profound wisdom which is based into moving towards enlightenment. So keeping this in mind, keeping that understanding, that what yoga does is that it takes us, clears the energy channels in our system. Sounds a bit woo-woo, but if we start noticing that we are all made out of energy, and if we accept that, if we understand that, then from there we can understand that there could be blockages in energy channels and that manifest in our system as illnesses. And this understanding is the basis of yoga and Ayurveda. Ayurveda is a healing science of India. The word Ayurveda means the science of how to live your life. So Ayurveda and yoga has a deep root into the healing. These are healing sciences, and deep root is holistic science, basically. And in my life, I use these sciences to feel better. In my life, I use these sciences for my mental health and my well-being on so many levels. At the same time, I have helped many people using these beautiful sciences. The word beautiful comes in my mind because these sciences can be very gentle, and I'm using word science here because Ayurveda is a medical science. And when we understand that, and yoga is also have a quite deep understanding of mind, that science is catching up. So understanding all this, we can tune into how we can bring more peaceful, positive life and a healthy life, and how can live life with well-being on all levels. It is mental, emotional, physical, spiritual wellness. This is what the beauty of yoga and Ayurveda is. And so we understand that, and from there now, is it for everyone? And so here I want to talk about adaptability and how we can bring it into our life. I have helped so many people with different abilities, physical abilities, mental abilities, to bring in these wisdom according to their needs. So yes, it is available for those who want to know this. Now, this doesn't mean that we need to force it down people's throat, the whole Sanskrit side of it, because there is a lot of debate is going on in yoga world. That should we say Sanskrit? Should we not say Sanskrit? But that's not the point. The point is wisdom of yoga. So if your client is uncomfortable, don't use Sanskrit. But if they are open for it, why we are holding them back? So this is my understanding. Okay, so moving on from there, let's try and understand like how can we adapt this for our lifestyle. So if you have very fast paced lifestyle, if you have very extremely fast lifestyle which creates extreme stress in your life, yoga, meditation and Ayurveda can give you a structure to calm your system down. If you are fast moving, constantly moving, you need to bring in more relaxation practices, more calming physical movement, energy gaining movement. If you're losing a lot of energy throughout the day and if you feel exhausted, then you need energy gaining practices. So yoga's understanding is basically bringing balance back, bringing the union of mind, body, spirit back in our life. Here we are going to tune into, okay, so if the fast-paced life, I need calming, cooling, quiet practice. If the life is very sedentary, if your job is very constantly sitting, physically not moving, then we need to bring in more physical activity. So there, according to your capacity, we can choose like a strong practices or gentle practices. But I would suggest that at least give it a go for slowly bringing strength in your body. Similarly, if your body is very flexible, then we need to bring in more strength in the body. If there is more tightness in the body, we need to bring in more flexibility. So it's like constant balance. That's what we are searching in our practice. That's what we are all searching in our life. So this is where yoga and Ayurveda can help you. We are unique fingerprint of divine, and keeping this in mind, we can actually tune into, okay, what is my constitution? So in Ayurveda, So you'll notice that not everyone is similar. So we are all unique. So how the illnesses manifest in our system, how the energy will manifest in our system is going to be very unique. It is believed in Ayurveda that even identical twins will have different manifestation of energy and experiences. So keeping in this mind, the lifestyle or the practices need to be adapted to your unique system. And this is where I think the modern medicine is lacking, because we are trying to put everyone in one box. Here we need to understand that we are unique fingerprint. Our own needs are going to be unique, our experiences are unique, and keeping this in mind, yoga and Ayurveda helps us to bring in this understanding that we can adapt it according to our need. We are not know it all, no one is, we are not enlightened. We're all experimenting that what works for us. So this is where meditation can be very helpful. If you start noticing what's happening in your system, then you can adapt the practices according to your need. So regular meditation practice will start noticing these things. So because it gives your mind to calm down, the time to quieten down, and that unnecessary chatter, when it reduces, our mind, or we can hear what is really happening. We can start noticing that, what is working, what is not working. Also, mindfulness practices, self observation, having gratitude practices, all this will put the understanding into our mind that what really works and what doesn't work. When we understand this, when we understand that what works for our system, we can adapt it according to our need. Now, I have created a course called Empower Ability Wellness Program. This is where I am sharing my understanding of how to bring wisdom of yoga, Ayurveda, meditation into people with all abilities life. So if you have disability, you can still do the physical asana practices. All we need to do is bring in more modifications. How can we do that? And a lot of time yoga teachers have these questions in their mind. They want to do it but don't know how to do it. Not necessarily we learn this in teacher training. So if you want to deepen your wisdom, if you want to understand how to make these wisdoms acceptable and adaptable for everyone, this course will be very helpful. If you are not yoga teacher but you still want to bring wellness into your life, then this course is for you as well, because this is not yoga teacher training, it is a wellness teacher training. You will learn physical movement. You can use the physical movement to help people with disability. You can also learn how to bring in mindfulness practices, meditation practices, relaxation practices, trauma-informed coaching, help people with disability through this course. This course also includes trauma-informed coaching, aspect of your trauma-informed coaching, how to create safe space, what is trauma, what is disability. I start there. And then from there, you will understand importance of creating safe space. What is safe space? It is crucial to understand that wellness is everyone's birthright. And this course will help people to reach that goal with comfort. The reason I started this course was I personally went through 18 months of almost disability. Now I'm saying almost because I was in excruciating pain and I was not able to move that much. But slowly, some days started getting better and I was able to come out of it. So this temporary disability gave me understanding that how important it is to have yoga and Ayurveda into our life. And that's where the Empower Ability Wellness teacher training took birth. And this teacher training is basically offering wellness training to people who want to share this wisdom with people with disability. understanding disability is also very important because it creates a lot of stress, a lot of emotional baggage with comes with the disability, and we can help people with disabilities through range of different practices. So you will learn how to help people with disability through this course. Yoga's adaptability is very beautiful. Meditation or mindfulness adaptability is also extremely beautiful. Now, where we can bring in the peace of mind, when you're physically going through something, it is very difficult for mind to find peace and calm because there is a lot of stress, a lot of mental emotional pain there. This is where the mindfulness can really help. Mindfulness can help us to be non-judgmental. Mindfulness helps us to calm our thoughts, calm our mind down, and also notice the emotions. And as I said, acceptance is the first key in wisdom of yoga, and mindfulness and meditation practices help us to understand that. Relaxation practices are important for everyone. If you are going through anything physical, it is very difficult to relax. So this is where understanding how to bring in these practices into our life, how to adapt them into our life. There are so many beautiful meditation practices, relaxation practices, but they are not each practice is for everyone. So what is your unique practice? How do we identify what will work for our client? This is what I explain in the teacher training as well. And also beauty of Ayurveda. Here you will learn the Ayurveda's rituals, Ayurveda's practices, where how Ayurveda's healing practices help us to feel better, energize our system, and dietary recommendation, how the healthy eating impact our wellness. And Ayurveda's lifestyle suggestions are extremely valuable. And a lot of people don't even know that they are so simple and adaptable. So in this course, you will learn that as well. And overall, this is a complete package. This is a 200-hour teacher training, which is all about how to bring adaptability in wellness, how to bring adaptability and how to make it accessible for everyone. Because I truly believe that yoga, mindfulness, Ayurveda can really impact our life very positively. So it is time to share with people with our ability. And the beauty of adaptability of yoga and Ayurveda is that we can share it. Empowerability teacher training took birth, and I am sharing this understanding with those who are interested to share with people with disabilities. And also, it is going to help you as well, help the providers as well, because the techniques you will learn, there are so many beautiful techniques you will learn that you can adapt them for your own needs as well. I have put the link for this course in the show notes. In the grand tapestry of holistic wellness, yoga stands as a thread that weaves together diverse experiences. Yoga brings in physical movement, meditation, mindfulness, relaxation practices. Yoga brings in meditation in so many different ways. And the impact of this is so powerful and so healing that it helps people to feel better. With the practices, we can reduce stress, reduce the impact of the stress on our system. And this helps us to feel better. So if you want to bring in that feeling of peace, calm, if you want to feel energized, yoga can do that. And it doesn't have to have a set practice. You can adapt it according to your need. For example, as a child, we have more flexible body, but as we grow towards maybe our older age, we start losing the flexibility. There is maybe more stiffness in the body. But this doesn't mean that the older body cannot do the yoga movement. You can still do the practices. You will have to adapt it according to your need at that time. I have seen sometimes that people do the same sequences every day. In fact, in the morning, the practice is going to be different than it in the afternoon as compared to it is in evening, because we want to have really beautiful, energized practice. So we face the world with a positive energy. We want gentle yet active practice during the lunchtime. And at evening, we want relaxing practice. We want to let go of the stress. We want to feel comfortable so that we can go to the bed after the practice as well. So, bringing in this understanding that adaptability, not just according to the age, but also according to what time of the day it is, what is happening in our life. Sometimes we need gentle practice, and sometimes we need strong practice. So tuning into that as well really helpful. On the contrary to the images we see, all the body types can do yoga. Unfortunately, on the social media and everywhere, we see mainly thin bodies doing bendy thin bodies doing very flexible, kind of like pretzel kind of like poses. But that is not really aim of the yoga. Yoga is for everyone. And now I can see the movement is happening where people from for all body types are happy to share their images on social media. And it is really beautiful to see that this change is happening. I truly believe inclusivity is very important because yoga is for everyone. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. Bye for now. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate that you're taking this time out of your day. Don't forget to subscribe. Take care. Bye for now.